Hello. Today is the fourth day where I'm processing my green olives. I went to Adams and a local supermarket. And I bought almost 5 pounds of green olives. That's what they look like. So this is the fourth, Raspi, stop it. This is the fourth time I'm going to change the water. So I made a video initially and I deleted it mistakenly. So I bought the olives, I brought them home, I gave them a pretty good wash to get rid of any dust that might have been on the olives. And I split them into 2 bowls, and I put in each bowl enough water to cover the olives and a couple of tablespoons of plain salt without any iodine, pickling salt. So what I love some of the olives even have the original stem on them, and I left them this way. They look organic, they look nice, So I'm going to continue doing this for about 15 days, change the water and put salt, because you want to get rid of some of the bitterness. Normally what I do with the olives, I crush them, I hit them with a mallet, and I open them up a little bit, and then I put them in the salt water brine, and to get rid of the bitterness. But this time I'm going to use a different method. I'm going to use a longer processing period, about 2.5, maybe 3 months. And I do not crush the olives in this method. So what I have here a nice big bowl, and I use glass bowls. I find them much easier to deal with. And I use this wooden spoon. Let me just and I use this wooden spoon, so when I put the towel over it to cover it for the next day, the towel doesn't get into the water. Now I have a colander, and I'm gonna empty the contents here, and every second, third, fourth time I wash the bowl with soap. And I will give them a little rinse. Give them a rinse. And now I'm going to wash the bowl with a little bit of there you go. And I'm going to fill this up with water again. Nice and easy, just, and so now I'm gonna I have this sea salt that says down here that it doesn't have any iodine. Two tablespoons about of salt, tablespoon number one. There we go. Tablespoon number two. I'm going to mix the water with the olives. I'm putting the wooden spoon, and I'm going to set the towel on it. It's all set. So I have another bowl. I'll have to do the same thing, and I'll do this today's Saturday. I'll do it until probably 12, 14 days, and then I'm gonna go to the next step, and the next step will take almost 3 months, 2.5, 3 months. We'll see. But it's a slow process, but the end result is il gusto perfetto. All right, so I'm going to do the other bowl, and I'll see you in a week and a half from now. Hi, Raspi. So here, what did I figured that I'm going to use 3.5 liters water, and I need for every liter I need 100 grams of salt. So 3 liters, 300 grams, half a liter, 50 grams of salt, 350 grams. I didn't get a chance to show you on my scale because I messed up the tare, but here is 350 grams of salt ready to go. Here, what do I have? I have 1 pot of full of water to disinfect the jars, and here I have the 3.5 liters of water that I'm going to bring to a boil, and then I'm going to put it on the side and add the salt. And I'm going to start with the olives in a few minutes. Okay, so this is going to be the brine. I brought it to a boil, and now I have it off the element, and I'm going to add all of the sugar. There you go. Sugar. And I'm gonna stir it to dissolve the sugar. These things are cooking over here, sterilizing. Okay, this is good. And here's the bed, the raised bed that has the rosemary. What is it called in Greek? It's called I forget the name. The drolivano. There you go, the drolivano. There it is, looking good. The drolivano, rosemary. I'm gonna cut 3 little branches. There you go. Got the 1. I'm doing it with 1 hand. 2 and 3. There you go. This is gonna go into the jars. And here are the ingredients and the tools that I need. I have a couple of jars. What are these? These are quart jars, 2 of them. I have rosemary, garlic that I sliced in half. I have about 1 cup of olive oil and 1 cup of 5% white vinegar, and of course my olives. Rasputin. So I'm gonna put 2 halves garlic on the bottom and 2 halves in the middle, and then I'm gonna put the olives, of course. And I'll put the rosemary, the olive oil a little bit further up. And here comes the fun part. Okay, this is about half full. I'm going to put the rosemary and another half garlic. Okay, and I'll do the same thing with the other one. And of course you have to remember, when you use the olive oil to seal the brine, which will sit on the bottom, and then the oil will sit on the top. And olive oil and water does not mix, so the olive oil will stay on top and the water will stay on the bottom. Therefore, you're going to be sealing the water from the air. I'll put an extra. Rasputin needs something again. Okay. Okay, so this is good. So I didn't go 100% up. And you know, I left some of the olives. I left the stem on. I don't know if you can see it. I left the stem on because I think it looks beautiful with the stem. You know, I have an extra sprig of rosemary. Rasputin, Aki! Raspi always needs something. Always. But guess who wins all the time? Alright, so I have the 2 jars of I can put another olive there. What about here? There you go. So I'll put another garlic on the top. And now I'm going to put half of the vinegar here. And the other half over here. Then of course, let's see, is the brine, has the brine cooled off sufficiently? Yeah, looks good. It's kind of hot. No. I'll wait another 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes for the brine to cool off. It's still a little bit on the hot side. And I'm gonna add here the olive oil, half of it, and the other half over here. Of course, when you add the brine, the olive oil will rise to the top. So I'll come back in 10 minutes for the brine to cool off. Rats, I almost forgot. Rosemary, bay leaves. All right, bay. Put one over here, one over here. Three bay leaves. There you go. Whew, almost forgot. So here we are. The brine has cooled off substantially. I have half a cup of olive oil, half a cup of vinegar, white wine vinegar, 5%, about 2 cloves of garlic, 1 sprig of rosemary, 3 bay leaves per jar. And now I'm gonna get my trusted funnel, one of my trusted funnels, and I'm gonna go ahead with the brine. And I'm filling it almost to the top. And of course, at the top now we'll have olive oil, because the olive oil and water doesn't mix and it separates. So I'm gonna cover this. And it's about, it's not even the middle of October. It's October 9th, 10th, something like that. So I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna make a note on these jars to open them November, December, beginning of January, to test them out and see how they taste. I have great hopes. They're wonderful. So I'm going to store these in a cool, dry place that's dark. We have the pantry next door, and I'm going to set it on the bottom. And I have probably another 5 quarts that they're not ready to be put in the brine, and I'll do those in about 3-4 days. I will not record the whole process, because you've seen these parts, so I'm not going to bore you to death. But this looks beautiful. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Now, why did I do it? You can go to the supermarket and probably, buy the same olives over there, but they're not quite the same, because I can tell that I made these olives and I know the ingredients that, you know, I brine them in, and I know the garlic that I grew and the rosemary that I grew. And I have the story about going to Adam's Fairacre Farms in Newburgh and, you know, bothering the manager there every other day. Oh, did you get the olive? Did you get the olive? So you can't buy that stuff, you know, the experiences and the relationships that you've created and the stories that you told in the meantime. So brine your own olives. 3 months. See you in a couple of days, 3 days, when the other olives are ready. And here's 2 quarts of the green olives I purchased from Fairacre Farms, Adam's Fairacre Farms in Newburgh. As you can see, I have 3 or 4 bay leaves. I have 2 cloves of garlic. The olives, of course, have a note here, taste on January 2nd. Not 1st, 2nd. And I have in here brine, which is water and salt. And I have a 1/4 cup of olive oil and a 1/4 cup vinegar. I have rosemary. Where is the rosemary? Yeah, you can see the rosemary in there. Oh, here's the rosemary. 3 or 4 bay leaves, garlic, of course, and the olives. So these are going to go in storage for 3 months, January 2nd, November, December, almost 3 months.